Hey guys, Sean here and welcome to the F1 Word. So back in November I put up a straw poll and asked you to vote for your driver of the 2018 season. Nearly 2,500 of you voted, up from the 81 that voted last year. So thank you to everyone who got involved in this, but here is the F1 Word community's top 5 drivers of this year, and yes, after that, I will reveal my top 5 as well. Now, I'm going to run down very quickly from 10th to 6th. In 10th place was Marcus Ericsson. Yes, Discord probably had a say in that one. 9th place was Kevin Magnussen. Fernando Alonso came in 8th. Daniel Ricciardo was 7th. And Nico Hülkenberg just missing out on the top 5. He was 6th. But here is your top 5. In 5th place, you've gone with Kimi Räikkönen. He ended up with 128 votes and 5% overall, and somewhat controversially, at least according to the responses on Twitter to this poll anyway, he received 93 more than teammate Sebastian Vettel. I mean, I get it. He has had a very good year in all fairness, certainly better than I expected from him anyway. And he did take his first win in 113 races in Austin, and that was one of the moments of the season for many. In fact, the US Grand Prix has won multiple votes across several publications and the like to win race of the season. It was a very good year from Kimi, pretty consistent as well, with 12 podiums out of 21, and despite 4 retirements, he still ended up 3rd in the championship. 4th place then, and well, yeah, you've decided that should go to Sergei Sirotkin. 362 votes, 15%, I mean, wow. Look, I'm not going to knock him. Sirotkin has had a good season in what was a terrible car. I, for one, fully expected him to struggle in 2018 and was very vocal about that at the start of the season. Yet he drove well and didn't seem to get all that flustered by the team's problems. As an example, we never really heard him kicking off over team radio. He may well have been in your top 5, but he is nowhere near for me. Just off the top of my head, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Perez, Ocon, even Grosjean for Austria onwards really should be ahead of him on the list, and I'm sure there are more. But again, I'm going to take nothing away from him in 2018. It was a good rookie season, and I will add, did enough in my view to warrant a second season at Williams. Top 3 then, and in 3rd place, it's Max Verstappen. He grabbed 17% of the vote with 397, and I can't really argue with that. Yes, he struggled at the start of the season. His podium in Spain aside, he was very disappointing and made far too many mistakes. But as I've said so many times over the last few weeks, since Canada, and some might even argue the race in Monaco, he's been fantastic. Max turned his season around and managed to make his way up to 4th in the championship, thanks in part to his 7 podiums from the last 9 races and his 2 wins. Yes, probably should have been 3, but still. And actually, looking at the table again, he was only a couple of points off pipping Kimi Räikkönen to 3rd. What an achievement that would have been given those first 6 races and how good Kimi has been in 2018. But top 3 for Max, I think that's pretty much fair. I think you've probably seen where this is going, and so the driver in 2nd place will probably give away the winner. But your runner-up in 2018 is Lewis Hamilton. He ended up with 422 votes and 18% overall, so closer with Verstappen than I thought he would be. I'm not going to say too much on Lewis's season. I covered my thoughts in the video that went up a couple of Saturdays back, and if you're interested you can check that out here. But he was exceptional in 2018. Yes, Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari made a number of mistakes, but 11 wins and 17 podiums pretty much speak for themselves, and his second half of the season was absolutely incredible. He really did make the difference this year, and it was a thoroughly deserved 5th world title. Going back 12 months and last season you made Esteban Ocon your driver of the year, but in 2018 you've gone with Charles Leclerc. And frankly, it wasn't even a close call. He got 682 votes, giving him 29% overall. I mean, what a rookie season it has been for him. I've said this a few times lately, I expected him to be good, but I did not expect him to be as good as he has been. Despite what was a difficult start to the season, he still took 10 points finishes for a total of 39 and ended the season 13th. He absolutely wiped the floor with his far more experienced teammate Marcus Ericsson by winning the qualifying battle 17-4, and that was with an average gap of just over half a second. And if you add those stats, the point scoring and the qualifying result, to the way he's just driven over the course of the season, you can completely understand why Ferrari have given him a seat for 2019, and I guess also why you have chosen him as your driver of 2018. So that's your list, but what about mine? In terms of the top 3, I'd order them slightly differently, and Sirotkin and Räikkönen do not make my top 5. In 5th place, I have to go with Kevin Magnussen. He went above and beyond what I expected of him this season, and although he did tail off a little bit in the second half of the year, I still think he deserves a lot more credit than he's been getting of late. I was massively critical of him in the winter, and he proved me very wrong. Excellent season. In 4th, it's got to be Nico Hülkenberg. He was once again massively consistent over the course of 2018 with a total of 69 points coming from 11 points finishes. And to finish best of the rest despite the fact he had 7 retirements kind of tells you all you need to know. Like I say, consistent. To put that into perspective, Perez had just 2 retirements and was 7 points adrift in the end. Magnussen was 13 points off and only had 3 if you include his disqualification in the US. And teammate Carlos Sainz suffered just 2 retirements all season, but finished 16 points off. Yet another fantastic season from the Hulk. I'm going to be fairly quick with my top 3 because I've already made my points on all of these. But in third place, I would agree with you guys and go with Max Verstappen. I just think that the way he turned his season around was impressive and his post-summer break form was excellent. Second place, and I would disagree, I'm going to make Charles Leclerc my runner-up. It's been an incredible rookie season, he deserves all the plaudits he's getting, and he has the potential to be very special. But for me at least, Lewis Hamilton would have to be driver of the season for all of the reasons I've gone over in this video, and everything I said in the video that went up a couple of weeks ago. And yes, before somebody inevitably points it out, I did pick Leclerc when we did all the Planet F1 stuff, but as I've explained previously, that was so that I wasn't picking the same driver as Dan. But it really was a stunning season from Lewis Hamilton. That is it for this video then. If you did disagree with the lists, you can let me know your top 5 drivers of the 2018 season in the comment section down below, and I'm sure there will be a fair few differing opinions. Now, I will be back on Saturday with a roundup of the key F1 stats from this year, but in the meantime, you can follow me over on social media. Links to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course to Discord are all in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.